Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a good day in the markets. March 5th, Thursday. We're going to review 0-day options today on SPY and the small account challenge. Let's start with Eric's 30-minute. You can find his Discord in the description. He's SPY day trading on YouTube, although he gets banned pretty often these days, so the Discord is the best way to catch him. Yeah, 5-day, 20-day. We rejected it most of yesterday, built a lot of liquidity there, and that rejection came today. You kind of see it also rejecting that blue, which is bullish controlled buying algo. And today, yeah, sold off, kind of bounced off this orange, broke it, and then was retesting it, and then ripped back through it towards the end of the day. On the 30-minute. Excuse me. Let's look at the 1 minute here. I was having a hard time this morning identifying what was going on. It's just stuff wasn't lining up. I kind of got a late start too because I was doing yesterday's video. You just watched that. Thank you. So yeah, I didn't show up till like close to 10, which was fine. But I couldn't see what was going on. So charting is much more clean, which is nice, but yeah, anyways, started with, what did I even start with? I think gray right here, the bullish controlled. That's what I was looking for. After we have a strong precision bullish buying channel right here, I'm trying to figure out what's the bullish controlled selling for an entry. So I put white in there. I don't know quite exactly when I had it, but had purple, threw white in, had gold. I think that was later. I adjusted it. Like I said, I was pretty thrown off this morning on what was going on. So I was quite slow to trade, which is a good thing. Yeah, see if I can. Is this? Can I do that? Do that? Oh, I can. Is this helpful? Do you guys just want to see it as I go through it? I don't know. I usually review it at the end as kind of a teaser, but maybe I shouldn't. Oh, here it is. Seems like a lot of trades, but it really. Yeah, now that I'm on the desktop, it's a little easier to do it like this. I don't know, something like that. That's nice. Yeah. You see there, calls at. Shoot. Oh, okay, it's from top down. I got puts from my first trade. Looks like at 10.19. So let's see where we're at here. Yeah, for gold. So I did have gold eventually. I got it right here, but again, I wasn't confident on anything just because there wasn't price action that was really showing me. But I had a little resistance here. I threw it on that support. Again, I was trying to find, see, it didn't line up that quite right. I guess kind of trying to find this bullish controlled selling, and then when it came up, this was, I think where 5-day was. 5 days around there. But on the 30-minute, I was looking at the 30-minute today. It was helpful. The 30-minute, we were right here. It's kind of middle of nowhere, but we did reject the moving averages all day yesterday. I guess it wasn't helping me too much yet. So it came up and then it bounced here on gold, so that gave me some confidence that gold was eventually it for the short opportunity. And yeah, again, it's still early, but where did I get this trade at? Where's that first one? In 19, so I think it's on the break. Yeah, so got a put right here, which is like an awesome spot to get a put. Since it was early and yeah, big profit. You know, ideally low of day, maybe the bottom is white, but I wasn't sure about the white yet. Maybe here, or maybe down there. I did have this precision selling since I only did one contract. So that was a little lost again. I got one. So filled at, I'll just pull it over later because then it keeps clicking off of it. Build at 146. Yeah, 146 at 1019. And it rallied down. I was able to hold it until low of day. So I did hold it till here. Like basically right here. Right at low of day. So it didn't break red. I didn't even get a red candle. And it kind of, if it hits my more or less main profit target, I'm not gonna wait for that. Ideally, unless I have more than, you know, if I have 4 or even 3. If I had even 2 potentially, I'd take one here, but it's just, since it's a little ways from the top of this red, and the selling was actually kind of slow here. Like it looks great in hindsight. The volume was still a little low. Like it didn't really pick up until low of day. And as you can see, these wicks, it was a little bit slow. My entry was pretty good. It went here. I wanted to get in. I was like, I'm just gonna wait. And it wicked all the way up. I was glad I waited. Next candle opened right here. I'm like, all right, well, this is where I want to get it because it was up against my resistance here. And this one was opening below it. I guess I could have gone either way, but yeah, I had a tight stop on that one anyways. So yeah, happy about that trade anyways. Of course, it's like, oh, this was it went crazy after I sold it. It more than doubled from where I sold it. So that was 146 to 190. And it went up to like 250, I think. Or more. I can't remember. I'm trying to look at it. 1108 was my next one at... Yep. So just following along with gold again. Again, my charting I was still kind of not too sure. So I didn't see like a good resistance up here for like a wedge. I just couldn't find it. I don't know why. I did have gold. Yeah, I had gold. So that's why I took this one. 1108 gold. It broke it. And I'm thinking at this point, this felt sketchy because I'm like, well, is it this one? Yeah, let's just see when I close this one. It felt sketchy because again, my charting, I felt a little blind. Yeah, I got that one for $1.01. And I actually tried to get another one. I tried to limit order. Never filled. Trying to get a little retest limit order. It didn't. And then I closed it for $1.40. So pretty nice percentage. I closed it right here on this candle. Potentially low of day. Yeah, I don't think I had this gold in here yet. So yeah, low of day, which, yeah, I actually bottom took that thing perfect. So that was a nice little trade. It's hard to close that one there. When this one, I just closed it low of day and it flushed through. Trust me. But I was like, you know what? I gotta stick to it. So it did, and felt good. It didn't keep going. Next one was a put at 1118. So, okay, yeah, that's right. I didn't have this gold right here. So if I delete these and these, you can see what I'm seeing. Wow, I'm gonna have to really see a lot of this stuff. Or this. But I'm thinking there might be a less aggressive, basically, selling channel we're in. This white, maybe put this white down here. I don't know why I wouldn't have actually. Yeah. Anyways, I set it to right here. Up close, looking for a little handle. Gives the handle, breaks the gold. And that's why I'm getting that entry. I got it at 1118 on the next candle. Wait, I canceled. Oh, and then got it. And then I got it for 145, sold out for 1119 on this candle while I was up here, or 125. So unfortunate, 125, 145. And I immediately started charting again because I'm like, you know what? I think there's probably a less aggressive selling that I'm missing. And that's when I put this in here just in case. And so that also helps me not to try and FOMO and keep jumping in and out thinking it's building liquidity with this gold when it actually is just selling slowly in this tapering channel. Potentially. Wasn't too sure at that point, but sure enough, it was. Grinded up. One more Control Z. Oh, well, I did end up putting this here, which of course turned out right. I stepped away around here somewhere, checked my phone like here, and I came back to the computer, and it was, I don't know, somewhere in this area I checked, and I was just a little late, and I was thinking I didn't have the clear resistance up here because that gold. Yeah, see, it broke through that gold. So don't mind that. This broke through that. Like, I don't know if this is right. This blue wasn't here at that point. So that's kind of why I didn't take this break. Given this might have been a little tricky. Green wasn't in here. I only had this one. So I was selling in that. If I got it on the break, would have gotten it here, and then would have come up, and if I was managing it with this red, I would have stopped out right here. Managing with the gold, I potentially would have stopped out there. That's where it's like kind of gotta be a little looser again, or I've got to kind of wait for it to break this resistance of the shoulder. I didn't have green at that point, so I didn't really know about that one, but that would have been the ideal one. But since it's so far away, it probably would have kept me from getting into it potentially. So I don't know if I would have caught this trade anyways. All that to say, but this was a potential. There's probably resistance up here. Eric probably has some resistance. I didn't have that charted. 11, 18, sold that one. Yep. So next trade was at 120. I didn't look at my P&L at all. And at some point during the day I did. I was like, I gotta see what's going on. So came down, grinded down. This was pretty tough though. Definitely created some FOMO. This whole move down here. Because it hit gold and I wanted it, and I'm like, this is, and then it broke through gold. I think I maybe stepped away and had a nice perfect retrace, which would have been a great entry right there. So if I was more confident in gold, I could have taken on this break, breaking from the tapering to a more aggressive algo like that. Or I could take on this nice retest, this big green candle with gold being my stop either way. But yeah, until this happened, and I think I wasn't really around for this. Let's see what time is this at 12:40. Yeah, I don't think I was there for that. Came back and I charted this green. And yeah. Where are we at? 11:19? No. Oh yeah, 11:18. Already do that one? Yeah, I did that one. 120. Gotta put. Okay, yeah, right here. So this is based on this gold one. It's lighter gold, bullish controlled or bearish controlled buying. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. So I got this one right here on a little retrace. Hoping it continues to sell in this red. I got a fill here. Boom. Big green candle above. Also above this gold. Closed above it. My take profit was this gold down here, or potentially low of day. So yeah, just didn't quite make it. And it makes sense, I guess, if it's selling in this gold channel, like it can always just ping pong back and forth, but it might do some dancing in between as it does. So all that noise is what kind of stops me out on that trade. I had a nice entry on it, which I don't think I was here for this, but anyways, came down. Where did I stop on that one? 120 was, I got it at 120 for 129, sold it for 99 cents at 123. So kind of a big loss on that one just because of this candle. Sold it on this one a little. It was like right here. Waiting for that one to close. Closed it right there. So it did end up coming down, and it did hit my profit target, but it was a difficult way to get down there. Maybe it was in green. Yeah. I didn't put green there till after, because I had just charted that green. It wasn't fresh on my mind, I guess, to put it in. And at that point, yeah. So if I put green in sooner, that would have been better for sure. Probably would have kept me from buying this so soon, since it's such a tight range anyways. Because this almost went to my profit target on that candle. So the little retrace, I was like, all right. And then I was expecting maybe one candle down. But if I had this green, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have. But yeah, you can see how that it was selling in that less aggressive green. I was at 123. That was kind of a gross loss. 144. I was into a put. So seeing what's going on here, it's tapering, which is it's a selling channel, but it's bullish. because this is bulls controlling the selling. But that doesn't mean it won't just keep selling it all day, and then it could break either way. But to try and ride this a bit, like, well, I missed this retest up here, missed this retest. Like, I'll just trade the next one. So I got it right here. It didn't quite hit it because I had an alert on it, never made the alert. I saw it like here, and I put a limit order. Let's see, 144. Yeah, so it filled it on this, which was a nice fill. My stop was here, which is kind of like, it seems small in hindsight, but it's kind of large. 677.59, 677. Yeah, that's like that's half a point. It's kind of a big stop. The range is pretty large still. Ivy's still pretty high. 144. That was at 74 cents. And on this one, I just got lazy. I actually got lazy. So this is also retesting this gold. You see right here, which is another. Well, yeah. So they're competing, the bulls and the bears, of course. So, this is retesting the bearish controlled buying on this gold, all while it's selling in this bullish controlled selling. That's how I see it, based on Eric. But yeah, got it here. Nice big candle. This thing went up. I didn't really look at the points, but it was 677.7 to 677.7. Had a whole point from here to here. So yeah, the range is pretty large. It was up pretty big. I didn't really look at how much it was up, but I could tell it was up pretty good. And I want to just take quick profit, and maybe that's, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, the problem was I got lazy. So my stop is going to be up here, and when it comes that far down and then starts to come up, I guess I just started doubting myself and thinking, okay, I could just grind and then rally. After it comes down here, I don't want my stop to be up here. All of that price action is just going to kill the premiums. So again, I wonder if green would have been the one. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I got lazy. I'm like, all right, it was way in the money, and I didn't think it would hit my stop, and I was like, I'm just gonna put a break-even stop and just let it come down here. This was actually my take profit, literally on this blue. At that point, I had charted. I wasn't sure if it was going to break through that and go to gold, but I was like, I'm gonna take it on blue. And blue from here, I did look at it after I stopped out. This was actually 100% just from here to here, kind of crazy. So just trading in that channel would have gotten me 100%. And yeah, I almost know it. Like when I put a break-even stop, I can almost, it's almost always, I get stopped out and then it goes. So I gotta stop that. That tells me I need to be patient on my entries, which Eric says are either early or late, and I guess there's some truth to that. If I'm patient on my entries, then those times I'm stopping at 0 or back at break even, I can always be getting in then, which is much after confirmation. In this case, it came all the way down, broke, and then came back up, it was here. And that would have just been it retesting the top of that green, right? So you put that green in there, get it here. Was it also, no, it wasn't really controlled by that gold. So yeah, would have been getting it here, seeing this, and then waiting for green to stop out. I don't know why I didn't start using green sooner. Oh well. So that was a breaky. I think at that point I had checked my P&L, and I was surprised how much I was up, because I was thinking I might be break even. I didn't be a little red. A couple of those trades in there, I don't know, they went pretty big. Which one was it that worked so well? I mean, that first one put me up like $50, and then I don't know, for some reason I was up like 90 at that point. And I gave back a little bit, and so then I was just like, I'm just gonna do break even. And it's just that little bit of complacency. Market will get you. That one stopped out for break even. Next one was 150. Oh wait, no, sorry, 231 for a put. Oh, yeah, this one was gnarly. So it came back up. I saw that it was buying in this, so it's wedging here. So as it gets tighter, it just gets more and more sketchy to trade and not ideal. But then when it broke here, I see room for it to go down to gold, the bottom. Of course, coming towards the end of the day, it could be returned to safety up here. Could end up flushing through here. I really don't know. And on the 30 minute at that point, I think it was It was rejecting. Yeah, so it had broken through this orange, which made me more bearish. And it was wicking up, rejecting the orange, retesting it in my eyes. So that to me made me think it could be coming down more. I don't hold a whole lot of, not like trading on this, but that was what was going on in my head at that point. Although it always could return up to VWAP or safety. And yeah, that's what I ended up doing. But anyways, that's why I got in. Is this one red? Let's see. Maybe I finally put green in here. No, I don't think I did. Because it was just too wide. It wasn't steep enough. It was kind of sketch. Like it might have broken it. And anyways, 231. Where'd I get in? Yeah, 231. I got it for $1.06. This is a hilarious trade. Got it on just a limit order. It did it, and I'm like, I saw about the price I wanted it for a retest. I got a nice little fill right up here for $1.30. Sorry, for $1.06. Sold it for $1.30 on this candle, somewhere down here. Basically, low of day, and yeah, nice candle. And it's just it's a small range regardless. I don't know, I just wanted to take profits. So if it kept going, yeah, maybe I could have gotten back in on a retrace on gold. Was this also the break of this red? That's probably what it was more. No, I kind of anticipated a little bit. So I got it here on the retest of the break as well as red. Hits red, flushes down, just nice big flushy candle through low of day. And it was kind of close to gold, not really though. But I was like, that's enough, I'm gonna take it. And happy I did. Because that wasn't bad. It was $1.06, $1.30. Which then put me back at a pretty nice, I don't even know where I actually ended up. We'll have to find out together. 252, I'm into but right here. Still playing this channel. Even though this, like I said, this is bullish controlled selling. But still playing it until it breaks out. So I got this one on a limit order up here somewhere. This one comes down. And wait, what did I do on this one? I can't remember. Nice, I got this is a green trade also. That's hilarious. Well, because I see that it could potentially be buying up in this also. It could still be a support, even though it broke through there. Yeah, 49 cents at 252. And then 255. Yeah, right there on that test. 255 sold it for 69 cents. So 20-cent trade right there. Tiny little scalp. And it's hilarious. It actually did end up staying in that wedge before it broke out. It's like, oh, these are great trades, but did you catch this huge move up to VWAP? Well, let's just find out. Where are we at? Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. Next trade after that tiny little scalp was a call. Bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. So I looked away. Trying not to stare at the charts. Did have an alert, I think, for here. I'm like, well, if it breaks here, we've got cups to close, but you also have a break of this bullish controlled selling. Maybe move up to VWAP. Ton of volume on this candle. It happened fast. I was quick to react. I came in. It was sitting right here on the support, on this gold support. And I got a call right here. The premiums from this point, this candle I think bumped them up 100% from where I was going to buy it. Not where I was going to buy it, but I saw, because now that I'm on the desktop, I have the contract prices going all the time. So maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't. I think it does a little bit. But yeah, so it went up 100% just from here. Tons of velocity. So it's sitting here on this retest, which could be just a little handle. Or don't even have to look at it like that. It could just be a retest on this cup. And so I get in. This looks like news. I'm not sure, but a lot of volume. I jump in on one. I don't get it too far out of the money because I'm like, this. I don't know if it'll go to VWAP. I don't know if it'll go to 5. I don't know where. So I think I get it kind of close to the money, which makes it more expensive. What is this one at? Yeah, right here on this candle. I get it for 78 cents. And I didn't check the news or anything to see what it was. Maybe it wasn't news, but it looked like it. It sits here. it comes way down here, breaks my purple. I'm just like, oh, what? And I close it right here. I closed it on that candle. Of course, it wicked up, but it still ended up breaking that. And I mean, it bought up in the purple. It just took a little bit of time. So I consider getting back in on this retest, but I'm like, no, I shouldn't. I'm still up pretty nice, which is fine. This ended up kind of just grinding up anyways. Like, I don't even have that charted. That's just a less aggressive buying, I guess. I don't know. I don't have anything charted for. I don't know what that is. So probably, no, not even that. I don't know. So yeah, bummer. I missed that. That stopped me out. And that's kind of what I was saying in the other video. So probably need more patience on my entries, which will help with, yeah, or just keeping it small, which is good and helpful. This contract was a 678, so I guess it was kind of, dude, that contract went crazy. That was a 200% easy. Yeah, being a little more, but the problem with this one specifically was, yeah, everything looked right for it to move up. So I put this up here after that happened just to see. Anyways, so it was more like that. And I didn't have a clear stop. So if I don't have a clear stop, I don't like to sit in them. So I didn't like this here. This is way too far away, and I didn't have that there anyways. So today I just wasn't, I don't know, my charting wasn't, it just wasn't there. I wasn't seeing as much. I mean, some of the stuff I saw was working. This gold was working, that gold was working, this green, this red. What I have is working. It just felt like a lot less than normal. And so it made it hard for me to find my risk. Like on this trade especially, there was probably some point. Let's check Eric's. I'm curious if he had charting to the end of day. Here's Eric's 1 minute. So there's 20, there's 5. Oh, he didn't chart today. He's busy. He's busy. Okay. So yeah. Anyways, this, like, where's down here at blue, too far. Yeah. So more patience, potentially. Tough though when you have that huge candle, all that volume. It's literally sitting right on the retest. Looks perfect. Yes, getting back in, just being quick to get back in here. Okay. Oh, part of the problem I forgot was this 30-minute. So it was right here, and at that point we'd already broken this, which was bearish, and it was wicking up above, retesting it. This is right at 3 to 330, right? Yeah. So I was thinking it very well could just be wicking up here. Like, it can come all the way up here and wick and come down, and until that candle closes or gets close to it, that was part of my thinking of what's going on here. This is just a wick. This is gonna be a wick on the 30-minute, and it's potentially gonna come down. So thankfully I didn't keep trading though after that. I think that's my last trade. Kind of a nasty ender. Not too bad, 20 cents. So I basically just gave back this tiny scalp right here. But I forgot I had that other scalp over here. So I had 2 little scalps in there. So this one wasn't bad, just gave back that little trade. Where'd I end on the day? Let's see. So happy about it. 85 bucks. So I think that's like almost as high as I was today. I think at one point I was maybe at $100. I didn't really look, for 90 something. But at one point then also I was down to like 50 something. So felt good about it. But looking at the trades, looks like I traded a lot, but didn't feel like a lot today. I was gone for part of the day. But yeah, I like being able to, like, having fewer lines and charting less, but it just doesn't always work out because I'm unsure about some, so I kind of leave them in to see if I get reactions on them. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know down below. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. See you tomorrow. Peace out.